mega BJP organizational rejig across states. BJP announces new heads for states before 2024 polls. BJP names G. Kishan Reddy as Telangana chief. Bandi Sanjay removed as Telangana BJP chief. The BJP new state president Andhra Purandeshwari. Jharkhand, you have Babula Marandi. Punjab, Sunil Jhakar. Telangana, G. Kishan Reddy. Rajendra Attila, the chairman of Election Management Committee. There are some new names that are trickling in. Let's get clarity on this from Himanshu Mishra, who's joining us on the phone line. Himanshu, BJP names G. Kishan Reddy as the Telangana chief. Bandi Sanjay has been removed. There are some new names that are trickling in from Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab. जरा आप हमें बताएंगे कि ये नए नाम कौन से हैं?
देखिए बिल्कुल जो है आंध्र प्रदेश में
आवाज नहीं आ रही, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है हिमांशु?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। अब देखिए जी पी पुरंदेश्वरी जो है उनको महासचिव थी पार्टी की, उनको नई जिम्मेदारी दी गई है प्रदेश अध्यक्ष के तौर पर, और उसके साथ ही जी किशन रेड्डी जो केंद्र सरकार में मंत्री हैं उनको तेलंगाना का अध्यक्ष बनाया गया है। बाबूलाल मरांडी विधायक दल के नेता थे झारखंड में, उनको नई जिम्मेदारी दी गई है, प्रदेश अध्यक्ष बनाया गया है झारखंड का। और साथ ही साथ सुनील कुमार जाखड़ जो कांग्रेस से आए थे और पंजाब के एक बड़े
Can we re-establish the connection right there to Himanshu? We are getting some trouble with this connection over there. So BJP has announced new heads ahead of the 2024 elections. Big breaking news. It's a mega reject of the Bharatiya Janata Party ahead of the big 2024 elections. Interestingly, Bandi Sanjay has been removed as the Telangana BJP chief, and G. Kishan Reddy has been named as the Telangana chief. There are some more names that are trickling in. Paulami Saha joins us from the newsroom. Paulami, if you could give us clarity on the other names that have come in as far as Andhra Pradesh, Jharkhand, Punjab is concerned.
Well, basically four new party chiefs have been appointed by the BJP president. That includes from the states of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab and Jharkhand. Andhra Pradesh will now be led as party president D. Purandeshwari will be leading the party over there. So that is a change that has been made. As far as Telangana is concerned, which goes to polls by the end of this year, Bandi Sanjay has been replaced by G. Kishan Reddy, who is in fact minister in the Union Council, and he in fact looks after the culture portfolio. He has been made state Telangana BJP chief. Also, as far as Jharkhand is concerned, Babulal Marandi has been made a party chief in Jharkhand as far as the BJP is concerned, and in Punjab, Sunil Jakhar takes over from Ashwini Sharma. So that is the appointment which has been made. Sunil Jakhar, as you know, very recently last year, in fact, entered the Bharatiya Janata Party. He had been a staunch congressman, served the Congress party for a very long time. In fact, had been the chief of the Punjab unit of the Congress party before Navjot Singh Sidhu was appointed in 2021. So he'd been party chief for a very long time, but he was miffed with the functioning of the Gandhi family and how they in fact had some sort of a stranglehold over the party, which he openly spoke out about because he's known to be extremely straightforward in the way that he speaks. Jakhar quit the Congress party in a very public fashion and joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. He was inducted into the party last year by JP Nadda, and now he's been appointed chief of the party, the Punjab unit of the party. Very important appointment which has been made ahead of the Lok Sabha elections of 2024. And Telangana as well for a very long time. Speaking of Bandi Sanjay, there was a lot of internal rebellion against Bandi Sanjay. There were top leaders of the Telangana unit of the Bharatiya Janata Party, in fact, would flown in to Delhi just a couple of weekends ago, had a conversation with Mr. Amit Shah and with JP Nadda, saying that Bandi Sanjay shouldn't continue on as the chief of the party ahead of the Telangana Assembly elections because he's not able to keep the flock together. That in fact included Itala Rajender, who is an MLA, and there was Komardi Reddy, Rajgopal Reddy as well, who had in fact come in to Delhi, after which Bandi Sanjay was also called in to in fact have a conversation with the top brass of the Bharatiya Janata Party. G. Kishan Reddy, we'd been reporting about this for a very long time. There was conversation about sending G. Kishan Reddy back to the state to in fact steer the party into the Telangana Assembly elections that happen at the end of the year.
So Paulami, this is the latest coming in as far as the organizational rejig is concerned amongst the states. Number one, are we going to see more names come in? Number two, what about the cabinet rejig as well?
Well, it remains to be seen because, for instance, G. Kishan Reddy being sent back, like I said, he is a member of the Union Council of Ministers. If he is being sent in to Telangana, to Hyderabad, to steer the party ahead of the Telangana Assembly elections, that you need him in Hyderabad full time. You need him to concentrate on improving the party's chances in that three-cornered election that is to take place at the end of the year, where the Congress and the BRS are obviously going full might and strength. So in that case, you'll want someone to replace G. Kishan Reddy over here. Probably you could hand over additional responsibility of his ministry to someone in the Union Council, because he, of course, is the Minister for Culture and Tourism. But there is obviously talk at this point of time that Bandi Sanjay, who is someone who might have not been liked within the local unit of the party as far as Telangana is concerned, but at the center, his working style, the way he had in fact taken to the streets, he's considered to be a street fighter. He's been doing padayatras, he's been on the ground constantly challenging the ruling BRS government. That was appreciated a lot. In fact, in internal meetings of the party, the Prime Minister himself has cited Bandi Sanjay's work and said that you need to be hitting the ground like Bandi Sanjay hits the ground. So it is possible, Jyoti, there's been talk about it, that Bandi Sanjay could then be accommodated in the Union Council of Ministers. Whether that happens or not remains
What
to
are
be
you picking
seen.
up
So
from sources? Will he get MOS with an independent portfolio? Because that was the buzz going on for a while. What are you picking up from sources?
Again, it's not something that we know at the moment. There has been talk about accommodating him in the Union Council of Ministers. He could be brought in as an MOS itself. I don't think he would be given independent charge immediately, because again, he is making his first entry into the Union Council, if at all that is in fact done. But given that it was being seen as some sort of an interchange of roles, G. Kishan Reddy goes from Delhi to Hyderabad, Bandi Sanjay goes from Hyderabad to Delhi. Many were speculating it would be MOS independent charge. Again, we don't know if Bandi Sanjay is being brought into the Union Council of Ministers, but there's going to be more rejigs as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, because there is talk also of bringing in certain top ministers who are currently part of the Union Council into the fold of the party and the organization, have them go back like G. Kishan Reddy, have them go back to the ground and work for the party ahead of the 2024 elections, and of course the very crucial assembly elections like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Telangana that are to happen at the end of the year. So there could be
these states where the rejig has been announced at the organizational level now, Paulami, does the BJP foresee a tough election scenario, and is that the reason why this is being done?
Well, what the BJP is doing basically is focusing on winnability. It is going down to the grassroots, speaking to everyone in terms of its local units, trying to get their feedback, especially, of course, in the case of assembly elections where states go to assembly polls by the end of the year, but also looking at the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. So this is an exercise that is happening across the board, where they're speaking to everyone, trying to get feedback from every worker on the ground in order to understand what are the party's strengths, what are the party's weaknesses, what about the party's leadership in the state, are they happy with it or not, could there be a better leader who could lead the unit into possibly emerging victorious in these elections, and of course in the Lok Sabha elections. So that sort of feedback and that exercise has been going on for a while. In fact, Amit Shah, JP Nadda, BL Santosh, they've been sitting at the BJP headquarters for several rounds of conversations over long hours that would have even gone into past midnight. This exercise in fact started after the Karnataka Assembly results were in. So they've been having those conversations at least after 4 to 5 rounds within themselves, which also included the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. They took that conversation to the Prime Minister. So as soon as the Prime Minister was back from the United States, Amit Shah, JP Nadda, BL Santosh met with him, and that meeting lasted close to about 4 hours at the Prime Minister's residence. So
Let's
they
also
have been
discuss
going
the
back to the
other
drawing
name.
board.
Let's also discuss the other name, which is former Congress stalwart Sunil Jharkhand to head the Punjab BJP. Is this because he's a Hindu Jat face and he fits the bill better?
Well, Chetty, if you could please repeat the question.
As far as Sunil Jharkhand is concerned, has the decision made on the back of the fact that they needed a Hindu Jat face there?
Well, yes, they have taken every possible consideration into account as they, of course, made that decision. Sunil Jakar obviously comes from a community where they have to look at the possibility of, in fact, including the Jats in, and of course ensuring that the winnability factor goes up. Remember, in Punjab, they obviously face some sort of stiff competition from the Aam Aadmi Party, and then, of course, the splitting away of the Shiromani Akali Dal has not benefited the Bharatiya Janata Party. In fact, there's also conversation on the side, aside from all of this, that the BJP is in touch with the SAD in order to bring them back on board ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Now, remember that the Shiromani Akali Dal had split away on the issue of the farmers' protest at that point of time. Of course, those laws were repealed. The government went back on those laws. Now, of course, the SAD has taken a position, very clear position, in fact, against the UCC. And this government has made it clear that they want to go ahead with the implementation of the UCC, and they're working on the same. So how are they going to reconcile these differences while they are having these back-channel conversations in order to come together to take on, of course, the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress for the Lok Sabha elections from as far as the state of Punjab is concerned. Mr. Jakar, of course, brings with him a lot of experience from the ground. He has held various positions. He has been a member of parliament. He has been a member of the Assembly of Punjab. He, in fact, has been Punjab Congress chief as well for 4 years straight. So he brings a lot of experience with him. He is considered to be a very powerful voice, someone who's seen to be someone who works with a certain amount of firmness in the decisions that he takes. He's very clear-headed about the decisions that he takes. At the time that the Congress had chosen to change the leadership in the unit of Punjab, replacing Jakar with Navjot Singh Sidhu, it was seen as a big blow as far as the Congress unit was concerned at that point of time, because many who supported Mr. Jakar were completely miffed with that decision and didn't understand what were the Congress High Command's reasons for having made that change. So Sunil Jakar is no small fry. Of course, there might be some amount of disgruntlement with his appointment, given that he's been a staunch congressman. He's been in the party for so long and only jumped ship over to the saffron fold last year. So immediately after having jumped fold, 1 year into it, he's been made BJP unit chief. So that is going to be something that, of course,
The other name you mentioned, Paulimi, is Babulal Marandi, who is back as the Jharkhand BJP face. Now, tribal leader, acceptable to all. He has a mass face. Perhaps is the assessment correct that these could be the perhaps reasons why he is back now as the BJP chief in Jharkhand?
Absolutely. He in fact has a lot going for him in terms of course, the experience, again, like I said, in terms of having worked on the ground, in terms of having held many positions. Remember that the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha in Jharkhand is growing manifold. It's becoming this sort of a force in the state of Jharkhand that is becoming extremely difficult to challenge. Hemant Soren faces a lot of investigations at the moment, but that doesn't seem to have made much of a dent as far as his popularity is concerned. In terms of his position, he's not being scared away by any of these investigations. Raghuvar Das, in fact, who lost out to Hemant Soren in the last Jharkhand election, was not seen as someone who could in fact keep the party and its position in a way that was strong, that could keep growing and could actually, have a sort of a standing in Jharkhand, which could keep challenging the Sorens of Jharkhand. Now, Babulal Marandi is being brought in for those very reasons, that they want to see. The BJP has never shied away, Chetty, from taking bold decisions. A year before elections, they've changed, chief ministers. again, in Telangana, the case as far as Telangana was concerned, just to go back to that, many were saying, how are they going to change the party chief? It's too late in the day. Telangana goes to polls within 6 months' time. Why would they want to change the party chief? But that's the feedback the BJP has got from the ground, that Sanjay Bandi is not being able to take everyone on board and work with everyone on board, and hence this rejig, even if it means it comes at the nth moment, the BJP has taken that gamble.
Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs editor, is also joining us on this broadcast. Rahul, Pallavi just mentioned Bandi Sanjay. Are you hearing from your sources about a possible accommodation as MOS? Number one, and number two, all these states where you're seeing the new names come in, is the BJP predicting a tough election scenario and hence the change?
See, the BJP sources have been saying for some time now that there were a series of meetings between Amit Shah, JP Nadda, the party president, and the organization secretary, Mr. Santosh. Now, the BJP wants to put a different step forward. The party has divided the country into three main sectors, north, south, and east. And what the party's attempt has been that to create region and sector-specific policies, not one-size-fits-all kind of thing. And that is why a series of meetings will be taken between the 6th to the 8th. And each region will be, Mr. JP Nadda will be holding meetings with the state leaders of all regions. Now, interestingly, the BJP also has been looking for a certain amount of fresh blood as far as its state entities are concerned. Say, for example, Jharkhand. Jharkhand was a state where the BJP did have certain amount of strength. Remember, when the new state of Jharkhand was formed, BJP came to power. And it has chosen, in fact, Babulal Marandi, who was the first chief minister of Jharkhand. The idea behind it is that if there is a mass-based leader who has got a very untainted kind of image in Jharkhand, BJP ratified. It is Mr. Babulal Marandi. Babulal Marandi, in fact, unhappy with the BJP's promotion of Mr. Arjun Munda as chief minister, had quit the party and formed his own party, but later came back. He's right now the leader of opposition in the Jharkhand Assembly. He's definitely an asset for the party because there is no leader who is more popular in Jharkhand as far as the BJP is concerned compared to the might of the Shibu Soren and the Soren family than Mr. Babulal Marandi. The other interesting choice is Purandeshwari. Purandeshwari has legacy. The BJP, again, in a state, Andhra Pradesh, does not have very strong leadership. And that is why it's depending on the legacy element that Purandeshwari is bringing. Her father was N.T. Rama Rao, one of the tallest leaders, and at one time one of the strongest anti-Congress faces of anti-Congressism. And that is why one can say that the BJP has made a choice in which can be called the best possible. It does deliver one of the strongest women movements in India in the last, say, 50-odd years, have been states like Andhra Pradesh against the Arak movement and others. So there is a very strong, dominant women vote, and perhaps the BJP hopes that Purandeshwari could well be a good choice.
Yeah.
Largely, if you see, there is a certain element of either legacy or experience which has been bled into as far as the new state presidency is concerned. Now the BJP system is agog with the news that there could well be a change as far as the Council of Ministers is concerned.
Yeah.
But the word is that it might be some bit of relocation for people, but that rejig could well be what is being called an alliance rejig. Alliance rejig means people, members of the alliance partners of the BJP, to signal that the BJP is keen on NDA and
Right.
it accommodates its alliance partners.
Right.
So you could well have somebody from the Eknath Shinde Sena and even the NCP.
Well, that's very, very interesting.